Miss Erin.
I'm Miss Allison.
And welcome to Simply Science. So today's topic, since it's kinda in the news, maybe just a little bit, is germs.
Germs. So, germs have been on our planet for about 3 billion years, or a little bit longer.
It's a long time. Yeah. It's before your grandparents' were alive. Dinosaur times.
And today we're going to focus on 2 different types of germs. We're going to focus on bacteria and viruses.
So bacteria and viruses are not actually alive how we're alive, but they can make us sick and they can be useful. Most bacteria actually are really useful. They help to digest your food. They help plants to grow. So they're actually in milk. And they make cheese.
Yeah, and they cover your skin, and they cover almost every surface on the planet.
So you have more bacteria in your body than you do human cells, which I think is totally awesome.
All right.
Bacteria actually multiply really fast. So you start out with just one little bacteria, and then it very quickly becomes 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, then 64, then 128, and then whatever 128 multiplies is, it goes really, really fast.
Before you know it, they are out of control. However, there are ways to control viruses and bacteria.
So, do you want to show them?
Sure. I'm not feeling very well. I think I need to sneeze. Ew! Oh, all those germs and bacteria just flew out of my nose. Now, when you cough or sneeze, germs and bacteria can fly out of your nose or mouth at almost speeds of 100 miles per hour. And almost 100,000 germs can come out with each sneeze or cough.
That's a lot. But if you cover your mouth when you go to sneeze, far fewer manage to escape.
Only a few come out. So always make sure to cover your sneezes and coughs. There are several ways you can do that. You can use your elbow. You can use tissues.
And some people even use a handkerchief. Just if you use a handkerchief or tissues, make sure to use a new one each time.
That's right. Always throw your tissues away.
And wash your hands afterwards.
So now let's talk about hand washing for just a minute. I'm going to use this bowl of water and pepper to show you how germs can get on your fingers very easily. When I put my finger in here, that pepper sticks to it and I have lots of germs on there.
Ew!
But if we use soap and I coat my finger with it, let's see if that helps keep the germs away. A lot less germs. Make sure to always use soap.
So we talked earlier about germs and bacteria being everywhere. We've got some really cool stuff here that's called glow powder. Ours is actually Glow Germ brand, but there's lots of them available. And this will show us exactly how germs can spread all over the place. So I'm gonna smear a little bit of it onto my hands. I don't know if you can see or not, but my hands actually have a little bit of a white coating.
So, Miss Erin, let's act like you and I two are meeting for the first time. What would we do if we were meeting for the first time?
How are you? I'm Erin.
I'm at Miss Allison. So, we just shook hands. Bet a lot of you do that too. Or give high fives.
So, now we're gonna have to turn out the lights to show you the really cool magic of glow powder.
These are Miss Erin's hands after putting some glow powder on and touching a few things.
So the glow powder makes the powder glow under a UV light so that you can see all of those icky germs.
Because remember, germs are very tiny and you usually have to have a very powerful microscope to see them. So let's take a look at Miss Allison's hands after high-fiving and shaking hands with Miss Erin. Easy to spread those germs.
And remember when I grabbed that carton? You can see germs all over it from where I touched. So how are we gonna get these germs off? We're gonna go wash our hands. So what I'm going to do right now is not technically proper technique for hand washing. We're doing it this way for demonstration purposes. To see proper technique, check out, we advise CDC, WHO, both of those are really good sources for proper technique. So first thing you're gonna do, squirt on some soap. Bar soap will work too. Make sure you have damp hands. Scrub, scrub, scrub. So you wanna scrub for at least 20 seconds. Make sure that you're getting all the surfaces of your hands.
Notice Miss Erin is scrubbing her backs of her hands, her knuckles, in between her fingers.
I'm even trying to get in underneath my fingernails as much as I can. So we want them nice and clean. Lots of suds.
She's taking her time.
All right.
All right, you ready to rinse, Miss Erin?
Ready to rinse. All right. So I've got it nicely rinsed off. And I'm gonna grab some paper towel to dry. And now let's check and see if I got all of those nasty germs away. All right, mystery hand, let's see. No real glowy spots.
Looks like
backs.
Miss Erin got rid of most of her germs.
Yay!
Oh, so now, what do we do if we can't wash our hands? Most of you are probably familiar with this stuff. Hand sanitizer, Handitizer. We're gonna give it a shot and see if it will clean Miss Alison's hands. Using a similar technique to Miss Erin, I'm scrubbing my backs, I'm getting in between my fingers.
Making sure she gets all the surfaces of her hands.
Even my knuckles. All right, now let's take a look and see if the Germ-X was able to get rid of those germs. So let's see if Germ-X was able to get rid of some of those germs. Definitely helpful if you are unable to wash your hands.
Looks like it got most, but not as much as soap and water. So just to recap, not all germs are harmful. Some are. The best way to stay healthy is going to be to wash your hands with soap and water preferably. If you can't get soap and water, definitely use hand sanitizer. If you have to cough or sneeze, do it into your elbow, your shoulder, a tissue, a handkerchief.
Make sure you throw them away after.
So thank you for tuning in with the Lincoln County Public Library. We'll see you soon for another episode.